Hi friends, welcome to another home visit from my home to yours. I hope you are all doing well and enjoying this early spring weather. Today our lesson is for our 4-year-old program, all of the kids that are going to be going to kindergarten in the fall. And our book today is one of my favorites, A Color of His Own by Leo Liani. So you'll want to grab your bag that has this book in it. You can read along with me if you like. And then inside your bag, you're going to have some pictures of lizards and a roller, some letters that we're going to learn today, and a little graph paper that looks like this. Okay, so make sure you have all of those materials. You are going to need a pair of scissors today, and a glue stick will be helpful, and a pencil. So you want to get a pencil or something to write with. And then go ahead and get out your journal. If you don't have your journal with you, as usual, go ahead and grab a piece of paper to use. And we're going to write, I'm going to show you a different way to write the date today, okay? Instead of writing out the words, I'm going to show you how to write the date with numbers, okay? So you're going to write, first of all, you're going to write the number for the month. So the month is, do you know what month it is? January, February, March. Okay, so instead of writing the word March, March is the third month. January, February, March. So I'm going to write a number 3 for March. And I'll show you on my paper. You see right here, I wrote a number 3. So if you need an adult or an older brother or sister, someone to help you to write that number, go ahead and get them. They can do dots or write it in highlighter and have you trace it. But this is the 3 for March. Go around, back, and around. And then after we write the month, we're going to write the number for the day. Okay? And so today, for me, you might be watching this on a different day, but for me, today is the 4th of March. So I'm going to write the number 4. So I put a little dash, and then I wrote 4, and then you're going to put another little dash, and now we're going to put the year. Do you remember what year it is? 2021. 2021. So that is another way to write the date when you're writing the date on your papers at school. The month is March, which is the 3rd month. The day is the 4th, and the year is 2021. So go ahead and write that in your journal. And you can pause the video if you need extra time. And then next I want you to write your name. And as usual, if you're still struggling a little bit with writing your name, have mom or dad or an adult help you to write it in highlighter or marker and have you trace it. So I'm going to write my name. Okay. When you're finished writing your name, you can grab our letters for today and use a pair of scissors. Remember when you're cutting, thumb on top, your fingers on the bottom. Some people put 2 fingers, some people put 3 in that bottom. It's up to you, whatever feels comfortable. Turn your scissors so that your thumb is on top. Practice opening and closing to make sure your scissors work. And then grab your piece of paper, and I want you to try to stay on that dotted line. So you're going to cut straight down the dotted line till your paper's in half. Turn the paper, not the scissors. The scissors, do you see how they're always right in front of me? I only turn the paper. Okay? Turn the paper. Okay, go ahead and cut out the rest of your letters, puzzle pictures. Okay, let's practice writing these letters in our journal. Our first one is letter C, cat. Let's practice writing that letter C in our journal. Start at the top, go around, and stop when you get to the bottom. The lowercase c is the same way, but it's smaller. So start about halfway and make your lowercase c. C, cat. Okay, let's do our next letter. Letter O. That's right, letter O. And what is this? It's an octopus. Octopus. That's for letter O. Octopus. Letter O makes two sounds because it's a special letter that's called a vowel. So O can also make the O sound. O, or aw. So let's draw our O. O's are pretty easy. All you have to do is draw a big circle and a smaller circle for our O. Okay, I don't have any more room, so I'm going to take these pictures off. I'm going to cover my C so you can see my H here. H, hat. And let's do our uppercase H. You're going to have two lines and then a line across the middle. And our lowercase h, tall line, go back up to the middle and make a little hill. And that is our H. Hat. Now you can take these puzzles and practice these letters more by just cutting them in half. And then you can practice matching the uppercase and the lowercase ones together. Okay, so I'm going to cut these in half, straight down the middle, and then you can mix them up. And then put your puzzles together. When you put a puzzle together and it matches, I want you to say the name of the letter, O, the sound, octopus. Good job. Let's do another one. C, cat. And our last one, H, hat. Good job. So practice that all this month, and next time I want to ask you those letters and those letter sounds, and you can share those with me. Okay, go ahead and put your journal to the side. We probably will use it again, but right now I want you to get your book out. So you're going to get out your, I'm holding it upside down, your A Color of His Own, and the author is Leo Lionni. Leo Lionni wrote all of the words in this story, and it looks like he is also the illustrator because they did not put another name on here. The illustrator draws the pictures. So Leo, he wrote the words and he drew the pictures in this book. Goldfish are red and parrots are green. Elephants are gray and pigs are pink. All animals have a color of their own. Except for chameleons. They change color wherever they go. Let's talk about the colors. Yellow, green, blue, and red. On lemons, they are yellow. In heather, they are purple. And on tigers, they are striped like tigers. One day, a chameleon who was sitting on a tiger's tail said to himself, "If I remain on a leaf, I shall be green forever, and so I too will have a color of my own. With this thought, the chameleon cheerfully climbed onto the greenest leaf. How does he feel in this picture? How do you think he feels? Right, he feels happy. And how can we tell that? Well, if you look at his face, you see a smile on his face. So that tells us that he's probably happy. And why is he happy? Because he thinks he finally has a color of his own. But what happens? Do you know what happens in the fall, in the autumn? The leaves turn colors. So in autumn, the leaf turned yellow, and so did the chameleon. How does he feel now that the leaf turned yellow and he doesn't get to stay green forever? Yeah, it looks like he feels sad. You see how his smile turned into a frown? He's not very happy that he's still changing colors. He wants to stay one color. He wants to have his own color. Later, the leaf turned red, and the chameleon turned red. And then the winter winds blew the leaf from the branch, and with it, the chameleon. Oh no, how do you think he feels when he falls off the leaf? Right, some of you say sad, some of you say maybe scared. How do you feel when you fall? You know, you might feel a little scared, you might feel hurt. The chameleon was black in the long winter night. Now he's in the dark. How do you feel when you're in the dark? And he also looks like he feels lonely too, because he's all alone. So sometimes you might feel sad, you might feel lonely. Some people feel scared when they're in the dark. But when spring came, he walked into the green grass, and there he met another chameleon. He told his very sad story. Will we ever have a color of our own, he asked. I'm afraid not, said the other chameleon, who was older and wiser. Why don't we stay together? We will still change color wherever we go, but you and I will always be alike. How do you think he feels now that he found a friend to stay with forever? Right, I see some smiles on their faces. I think you're right. He feels happy and he's not lonely anymore. And so they remained side by side. They were green together, and purple, and yellow, and red with white polka dots. And they lived happily ever after. I just love that book. Okay, so we noticed we talked about a lot of different things in that book. We talked about colors, but we also talked about feelings. And there were a lot of different feelings that the chameleon had in the book. And I'm going to go and grab our our emotion chart, okay? I'll be right back. Okay, here is our emotions chart, and you have one of these in your packet that you can look at. You can also just look at the video and see mine if you want. On this chart, it shows many, many different feelings or emotions. And so we're going to talk about these different emotions. And you can practice making these different emotions in a mirror or on your computer screen and see if you can make these same faces as the children. So how do you think this little girl in the first picture feels? Sad. Lonely. Yeah. Have you ever felt sad or lonely? Yeah, I know I felt sad when I felt like I didn't have any friends to play with. I may feel sad, or if I'm missing someone that I don't get to see anymore. What about this little boy? How do you think he feels? Looks like he might be a little nervous or scared. Sometimes if you are going someplace new or to a new school for the first time, you might feel a little nervous or scared because you don't know what it's going to be like. What about this little boy in this picture? He does not look happy. He looks like maybe he's angry, he's mad. Can you think of a time when you have been angry or mad? Maybe someone took his favorite toy or broke his favorite toy. What about this little boy right here? He looks surprised. Somebody surprised him. Can you think of a time when you've been surprised? Maybe someone gave you a gift that you weren't expecting. What about this little girl right here? She looks like she might not be sure about something. She's a little bit confused, maybe a little shy. Maybe she's going to school for the first time and she doesn't know what she thinks about it yet. She doesn't know that how fun it's going to be. What about this little baby here? Yeah, that little baby does not look happy. She looks very sad. Maybe she's hungry. Maybe she's sleepy. Sometimes, like this little girl, you might just feel sleepy or tired. You just don't feel good. And this little kid here, yeah, this one's happy. He's having a good day, playing with his friends maybe. Maybe he just got to eat, so he's full and happy. And what about this little girl down here? Silly. Sometimes we might feel silly, especially when we're playing with our friends and we're having fun. We like to make silly faces. So practice making some of these silly faces in your mirror or on your computer screen. You can make them on your computer screen. See if you can make some of those faces. And then I want you to get out your journal. And today I want you to draw a picture of how you feel. So if you're angry, you're going to draw an angry face. If you're sad, you'll draw a sad face. If you're happy, you'll draw a happy face. I'm feeling very happy today, so I'm going to draw a happy face because it's sunny outside and I just can't wait to get outside, take a walk. And whenever it's sunny and nice like this, it makes me happy. So go ahead and draw your eyes and your nose. And then I'm going to put a great big smile on my face because I'm happy. And then I'll put some hair on there. And don't forget my ears. So you'll want to put 2 eyes, a nose, and then draw a happy face or a frowny face or a surprised face. And then I want you to tell mom or dad or whoever the adult is with you in the home, tell them how you feel today and let them write that in your journal. So since I'm happy, I'm going to write the word happy in my journal. I'm writing this upside down, so it's kind of hard for me. But let's see. I wanted to write it so you could see it there. Happy. I wrote the word happy in my journal. So have an adult help you write how you feel. Next, I want you to get out your lizards and go ahead and cut those out. Just try to stay on the lines. It's easy to cut them all out like this and then just cut them out like one little piece at a time, like this. So go ahead, cut all your lizards out. And you'll notice one page didn't have all the lizards on it, and that's on purpose. I did that on purpose. So go ahead, cut out both pages though, even though one of them's missing some. Okay, cut out all of your lizard pictures. I'm trying to remember, thumb on top, Turn the paper, not the scissors. And if it's a lot of cutting, you can have an adult in your home help you cut. Until you have them all cut out. Oh, one more for me. And if you need more time, go ahead and pause the video now and finish cutting, and then push play when you're ready to continue with me. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do now that we have our lizards cut out, we're going to sort them. And let's sort them first. The easiest way would be by their color. So we notice that one lizard is green, so we'll put the green lizards here. This one's blue. And then we'll put red up here. Make sure that you see everything. And we'll put the yellow lizards here. Okay? Yellow, red. Just put them right next to each other. Blue, green, green, another green, another blue, another green. Oh, hold on, you can't see all those. There. Okay, blue, red, yellow, red, blue, green, green, blue, blue, another green, another red, yellow. Okay. Now that they're sorted, let's count how many lizards are in each group. Let's start up here with the green group, and we'll count those. When you count, remember to always put your finger on the object and take your time. This will help you count without missing any. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, we know that there are 8 green lizards. Let's count our blue lizards now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, we know that there are 7 blue lizards. Which number is bigger, 8 or 7? That's right, 8 is bigger than 7. Okay, let's count how many red lizards there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. 6 red lizards. And how many yellow are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Which set of lizards has the most lizards in it? The most. That's right. The green have the most, or the greatest number, because there were 8 of the green lizards, and that's the biggest number. Which one had the least number, or the fewest, the smallest number of lizards? Yes, the yellow. There were only 5, and 8 is a lot more than 5. 5 is the smallest group in these groups of lizards. There are other ways of sorting. Besides sorting by their colors, you could also look at things that are the same or different with the lizards. And one thing that I've noticed right away, if you look at their tails, some lizards have their tail curled and some lizards have their tail straight. So you could put all of these lizards together. These are the straight tail lizards, and then put all of these together, and these would be your curly tail lizards. And if you want, you can count those 2 very big groups. This will help you count larger numbers. So let's see if we can count up higher. Because when you go to kindergarten, you want to at least be counting to 20. And by the end of kindergarten, you want to be able to count to 100. So let's practice counting bigger numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, there are 14 curly tails. Let's see how many long tails there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so we know that, what did I say? There are 14 of the curly tail and 12 of the straight tail. So we know that 14 is bigger than 12. So this group has the most, the curly tails, and this group has the least, or the fewest. Okay, now that we've done some sorting with our lizards, we can also do some patterns. We'll do a few patterns here. So move your lizards, kind of give yourself some space right in front of you. And we'll do some simple patterns. The first one is an A-B pattern. So get red, yellow, red, yellow. And what would come next in this pattern? Red, yellow, red, yellow. What would go here? Red. Very good. And what would come after the red one? Yellow. So this is a pattern. It's something that repeats itself over and over. It's the same. Red, yellow, red, yellow, red, yellow. That is a pattern. Okay, let's do another pattern. Something that repeats itself over and over. I'll make it a little bit harder this time. This time we'll do red, green, green, red, green, green. And see if you can figure out what comes next in this pattern. Red, green, green, red, green, green, red. Very good. And what would come after the red? Green, red, green, green, red, green, green, red, green. Right, another green. So this is an A-B-B-A pattern. It's the same thing over and over. Red, green, green, red, green, green, red, green, green, A, B, B, A, B, B, A, B, B. Same pattern over and over. Okay, I'm going to do one more. Let's do blue, yellow, red, blue, yellow, red, blue. Okay, what would come next? Let's say our pattern. Blue, yellow, red, blue, yellow, red, blue. Very good. Yellow. And what would come after yellow? Red. That's right. So a pattern, whatever you do, it needs to be the same thing over and over. Sometimes you'll see a pattern and something in the very middle of the pattern will be missing. Just remember, it's still the same thing over and over. So go back and look at your pattern and see what's missing. Blue, yellow, red. Right, the blue lizard is missing. And make sure he fits. Blue, yellow, red. Blue, yellow, red. Is it the same pattern over and over? Yes, it is. So you know that you have the right pattern. Okay, so we've talked about sorting, we've talked about patterns, and now we're going to talk about measuring things. So you have a graph that looks like this, and so this says item, and there's 1, 2, 3 places there. So I want you to go around your house and find 3 different items, and we're going to use our lizards to measure them. And I'll give you an example of how we'll do this. So let me find, oh, here's an item, my phone, perfect item. Okay, so my first item is my phone. So I'm going to write the word phone under item. Let me use this so you can see it better. And you can get an adult in your home to help you write the word if you don't know how. So I wrote phone. And now it says guess. So I need to guess how many lizards long this phone will be. How many lizards long? So by looking at it, I think it's definitely longer than 1 lizard. So I'm going to guess it's 2 lizards long. That's my guess. Okay. Then I need to find 2 more items. I'm going to find my items and make all of my guesses before I measure, okay? So My first one is phone. While I'm looking for my items, I want you to go push pause and go look for your items that you're going to measure, and then come back and push play, okay? And I'm going to look for items for me to measure too. Okay, you found your other items. Let's write what they are first. So my items are, I found a mirror. I'm going to write that. And I found a pack of colored pencils. I'm going to measure that. Okay, so I have my 3 things, and now I'm going to make guesses. So for my mirror, how many lizards long do I think this mirror is? Well, this mirror is pretty long. I'm going to guess 10. And then my colored pencils. Now the colored pencils look like they're shorter than the mirror just by a little bit. So I'll make my colored pencils my guess 8. It doesn't matter if your guess is right or wrong. A guess is just a prediction. When you're doing something in math or science, you always make a guess or a prediction before you find your answer. So these are our guesses. I guess the phone is 2 lizards long, the mirror is 10 lizards long, and I guess that the colored pencils is 8. Now I'm going to go and do it. I'm going to actually measure these things and see if I'm right. So we'll start with the phone, and let me put my lizards over to the side so then they're not distracting you. Okay, let's measure. So 1 lizard long, 2 lizards long. So it looks like my phone is 2 lizards long. Was I right? Yay, I got that one right. So I'm going to write my actual answer is 2. So the first one I did guess the right answer, 2. Okay, go ahead and get your second object and let's measure it. Mine is a mirror, so I'm going to measure my mirror. 1, and make sure when you're measuring that you line it up. So I'm going to start my lizard right here, lined up with the handle. And then I'm going to continue to put my lizards across until I reach the end of my mirror, like this. Okay, so it looks like my mirror is 1, 2, 3. This is only in half of a lizard, so I'm going to say my mirror is 3.5 lizards long. Let's see if I was right. Oh boy, I was really wrong on that one. It says 10, and it was really only 3.5. So I'm going to go ahead and write my real answer here. Okay, next is our colored pencils. Let's see how much my colored pencils will be. Okay, 1, 2, this looks like 2.5. It's not quite 3. It looks like 2.5 lizards long. So I'm going to write on my graph 2.5. And go ahead and have someone help you write what your actual measurement was. So your graph should look like this, where you have all of your guesses and then all of your answers here. So we used lizards to measure today, but usually in real life, people don't use lizards to measure. You may see people using a tape measure or a ruler, something like this. So I'll show you how to use the ruler. This is an inch ruler. So it shows you this is 1 inch, 2 inch, 3 inch, all the way to 10 inch. This is a 10-inch ruler. And you can measure different things with your ruler. I want you to go around your house with your ruler when we're done and just practice measuring different things in your home. So let's measure one of our lizards and see how many inches long. So you just line it up with your ruler. So the beginning will start right at the beginning of your ruler, and then I want you to go down. And let's see. So you see how it matches the number 2 on your ruler? This means that this lizard is 2 inches long. And let's grab my phone and see how long that is in inches. So start at the beginning, and we go all the way down, and it says 6. So we know that this phone is 6 inches long. And what did I do with the mirror? I can get the mirror back out. Oh, here it is. Let's see how long the mirror is. Wow. It looks like the mirror is actually 10 inches long. Takes up the whole ruler. So go ahead, take your ruler and find some different items around your house that you want to measure with your ruler. And you can tell mom and dad how many inches different things around your house. Measure your toys. See how long your car is or your doll. Measure, you can measure anything. Measure books. Find different things and measure them and share them with your mom or dad. And then when we meet again on our next video meeting, you can show me some of the things that you measured in your home. Okay, I would love, love, love to see that. So it's time to say goodbye. I really, really had a great time working with you today, and I hope you enjoyed our lesson and enjoyed the book about the chameleon. I just love that book. Have a great day. Enjoy the sunshine, and I will see you really soon, okay? Bye.